Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K, Boosteroid partner here. So another game that people have been asking me if I could please record in native 4K with Boosteroid 4K Ultra tier. It's Red Dead Redemption 2. I think this is probably the most highly demanded video of people asking me to do this. I already did Grand Theft Auto 5 Enhanced Edition. So let's go check it out. So this is Boosteroid, okay? Boosteroid, it's a cloud platform service, gaming cloud platform service that basically allows you to use their powerful PCs on their virtual machines through their data centers and then transmit that broadcast to you here. All right, so I want you to see the quality and just how good it looks. All right. So let's go. And the reason I'm showing you this in the beginning, because I want you to see that I'm not pulling any tricks. You know, I could have just load the game and just start the game and tell you, hey, yeah, I'm playing on a Boosteroid. I want you to see uncut, unfiltered, that I am truly playing this on Boosteroid. And that's why I'm doing it like this. Because, you know, I don't want to give anybody any ability to bring some arguments and say, oh, maybe he's not recording this from a Boosteroid. Maybe he's doing it from his own computer, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give anybody that opportunity to argue what I'm trying to showcase here. When I make a video, it's 100% credibility. You know, that's the way I roll. You know what I mean? All right, so we're launching Rockstar application. You have to go through application, but it does memorize your application. Unlike the GeForce Now, it doesn't memorize. Here, actually, the Boosteroid memorizes. Once you put in your credentials for the very first time, whether it be Ubisoft or Rockstar or Game Pass or GOG or Battle.net, Activision.com, whatever, Epic, you know, platforms, you know, there's so many, Steam, right? So many applications out there, EA Play Pro, whatever. It will memorize all of them. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, do I have to constantly sign in? No, you don't have to sign in. Once you sign in for the first time, the Boosteroid will memorize it on the cloud and on their virtual machine, so you don't have to worry about that. I think that's yet another benefit that you get with Boosteroid that you don't get with GeForce Now. Not to mention, you're not limited to how much can you play. On the GeForce Now, it is unbelievable limitations. And you're paying $20 a month, right? And you're paying at $20 a month for what? You know. All right, so here we go. I don't know why there's no sound. But that's okay. For some reason, I think it's my capture card's not producing a sound. But remember, you are here not for the sound. You are here for the visuals. All right. Because I don't want to waste my time and you know, go back and fix this. You know, I just want to, you know, show you the 4K quality in 4K video. So let's go to the settings just to show you that this is, in fact, in 4K. Let's go to graphics. All right, as you can see clearly here, it says 3840 by 2160. Everything set to ultra high quality, ultra FSR2 sharpening quality. So everything set to ultra. All right, 4K. There it is. Now the refresh rate, I'll put it at 60. All right, just put it at 60. And if you ask me why 60, because it takes less bandwidth. When you go 120, it takes more bandwidth, and I don't want to do that. All right, so as you can see, everything's in 4K. All right, everything's set to ultra. So now you know that we are running this in 4K. Now you know that all the settings are maxed out, and now you know that I'm not pulling any tricks. Now you know that what you see is what you see. Okay, and good luck trying to argue this. No one's going to argue this because they can't. See, I'm not giving them the opportunity. All those GeForce Now fanboys, I'm not giving them any opportunity to bring any kind of arguments here. What's the argument? If the RTX 5080 is better than 7900 XT, how much is it better by? What? 5%? 10%? As if that's going to make much of a difference. And we're also running it at a 50 megabits per second. Oh, I know why there's no sound. Guys, I know why. Guys, it's my headphones. I gotta turn them off. I'm so sorry, guys. My Beat Studios. Okay, I turned them off. Now we should have a sound. Okay, now we should be good. So I'm so sorry about that. Forgot to turn off my Beats Studios. But now it should be a sound. Okay, we should have a sound right now. Yeah, now there's a sound. There you go. Okay, so see, we fixed that problem. Problem is fixed. So now that you know that I'm running this on Boosteroid, now that you know that we're running everything in 4K, ultra settings, okay, now let's play a game, shall we? And let me also show you the advanced info statistics here as well. All right. As I said earlier, I do this for credibility reasons. So when you're watching this, you can't say, ooh, he's pulling some tricks. No tricks being pulled here. What you see is what you get. And honestly, I can tell a difference. When I'm playing this, and you also will say, oh my God, it's almost like he's playing it directly from his local PC. And it really feels like that. The only difference is you don't hear the PC, you know. There's no noise coming with these big giant fans, right? There's no big giant desktop PC sitting in front of your TV. It's just an application, either from your TV or from your Chromecast or your NVIDIA Shield Pro. I know, it's how ironic. I'm using my NVIDIA Shield Pro to play a Boosteroid. As you can see also, if you look at the top left where the where it says what the latency is and how many frames per second and what's the bit rate and all of that stuff, the information on the top left little display. On that top left display, that little gray display with white letters, you will see it at the right, all the way at the right. It says codec. It says codec, but it says codec H265. Codec H265. It's the same codec that the Netflix is using, that the Amazon Prime is using, that Hulu and Disney Plus is using, and that's why the quality looks so good. Now, again, keep in mind, as I always say, guys, I don't have the greatest internet. And I know some of you get tired of me repeating this, but I have to mention this because some new people will be watching this. And they don't know me. They're not familiar with my channel. So I have to constantly repeat this on each video. I don't have the greatest internet. I have Xfinity Comcast shared internet. The maximum speed is 500 megabits per second, but guess what? I never get 500 megabits per second up and down. I only get maybe 300 to 200 to 223 megabits. On a good day, I might get 300. On a bad day, I might get 180 to 223 megabits per second. That's because the internet, it's being shared. It's not dedicated. Okay. So even for a guy like me, who doesn't have a dedicated fiber optic 1 gig internet, who has mediocre internet at best, and the data center is not that close by, it's not that near me. I know it's in the same state, it's in Florida, but it's still in Jacksonville. It's in Jacksonville, and it's still far away. It's way up north. So, and for a guy like me who doesn't have the greatest internet, okay, for a guy like me who it's not close to the data center, I'm in Miami, data center is in Jacksonville. Guess what? I'm still able to have a great experience. All right, it's getting dark. Let's set up a camp, because we need to set up a camp over here. Can we set up a camp? Hold on. How do I set up a camp? Is there a way to set up a camp? Hold on. Alright. Let's set up a camp and let's sleep. For 10 hours till morning, because I want you guys to see this game during the day. I don't want you guys to see this game during the night. So I want to make sure that the game, it's, you know, set during a day. All right, here we go. 23 milliseconds latency, as you can see in the top left. Let's tear down the camp. All right, Arthur Morgan. Oh, by the way, you can play this on GeForce Now. All right, so let's just... I just want to emphasize that. You can play any Rockstar games on GeForce Now, and you can play any PlayStation games on GeForce Now either. Is that a big deal? Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Not being able to play Grand Theft Auto, not being able to play Red Dead Redemption, not being able to play any of the PlayStation games. You can't even play Helldivers 2. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. That you can do that on GeForce Now. Alright, so. Alright. But, again, I could spend, you know, days and days talking about why Boosteroid is better than GeForce Now, but I don't want to constantly do that on each video. It's pretty much facts. It's obvious facts, you know, which is better, where you save more money. You know, this is not that difficult to understand, you know. It's funny, somebody asked me the other day through email, what would it take for me to come back to NVIDIA GeForce Now? Well, first and foremost, they would have to remove playtime limit. That would be the first step. Yeah. They would have to remove the playtime limit. And the next would be no limitation to 8 hours per session. Why does it has to be 8 hours per session? Why can't it be unlimited session? All right, Boosteroid is not doing that. I'm sure you can do that. If a small independent company from Ukraine, for crying out loud, from Ukraine, small independent company can do that, why can't you do that, NVIDIA? So you are a multi-billion-dollar company. You're a huge company. Don't tell me you can't do that. So there's the two things that needs to happen. Number one, they have to remove the playtime limitations. No limitations. None. Zero. So that's number one. Remove the limitations. Number two, I don't want to see 8 hours per session. Okay? I don't want to see 8 hours per session. You have to remove the 8 hours per session. I want to be unlimited. So everything has to be unlimited. And then I'll gladly pay $20 a month. I will have no problem. I don't think any of my friends will have a problem paying $20 a month if they do that. So those are the conditions. These are the conditions for me to come back to NVIDIA Shield. This is the only way. But I don't think they'll do that. Why? Because they're greedy. They're greedy.
Learn about tomorrow.
All right. You want me to learn about tomorrow? Well, all right, let's do it. So let's learn about tomorrow. So,
come close.
all right, let's see what he has to say. Let me get off the horse. All right. Arthur Morgan.
Would you like to see tomorrow, sir?
Yeah, I want to see tomorrow. Yeah, I'll give you $1. Tell me what happens.
Just as evil begat evil your whole life long, so good may beget good.
Well, okay then. Thank you, I guess.
I'm sure you've got better things.
I think I got ripped off. He didn't tell me much about tomorrow. But he did give me a good advice.
Let's go, girl.
The advice is be good. Be a good person. Always be a good person, no matter how difficult things are. No matter how tempting everything is. Remember, being a good person, it's not easy. It's hard. But that's why we do these things, because they're hard. Not because they're easy. I mean, even John F. Kennedy said that. We decide to do in this day and age, in this era, to go to the moon and do other things, not because they're easy, but because they're very hard. You know, and it's true. Words of wisdom, guys. Words of wisdom. They're needed now more than ever. You better believe it. And that old saying, if we don't learn from the history, 100% history will repeat itself.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's a bear. Is that a bear? Yeah, it is a bear. Wow, this game is so beautiful. Hey, bear. How you doing? Where's the big mama bear? Show me where the big mama bear is. Huh? Wow, this game. This is why Rockstar, it's Rockstar, dude. Can't wait for Grand Theft Auto 6. This is why it takes such a long time for these games to be made, because, you know, the thing about Rockstar is they put so much effort and time in what they're doing to make sure that everything looks perfect. So look at this, huh? What did you find, dog? No, that's not a dog, that's a fox. So how does it look, huh? How does it look for a cloud? Look at that, 24, 25 milliseconds. How does this look for a cloud service called Boosteroid, huh? How does it look? Looks pretty good, I would say. But hey, I digress. Good luck trying to convince GeForce Now fanboys. Nothing will convince them. I think this is an issue with every fanboy. It's not just the GeForce Now fanboys. It's any fanboy. They ignore the facts. They ignore everything. They just, you know, they're so loyal to their brand and that they don't even care. They just don't care about the facts. So what's the point having a conversation with somebody who's a fanboy? You can't have a conversation because they will never accept the facts. They will totally ignore the facts, right? Like this fact that I'm showing right here. According to them, the Boosteroid, it's unplayable. That's what I was told in August. And then I asked my friend, Brendan, hey man, you have a Boosteroid. What's this service like? And he says it's fine. It works great on my end. I have no issues. And I said, let me go look into this service and let me start doing some research and let me sign up. Let me check it out. That's after I canceled my GeForce Now once I find out that they have a limitation on how much you can play. And then I canceled my GeForce Now. And I was like, wow, dude. This is why you can never listen to what other people are saying, guys. Don't listen to the noise on the internet. All right. You want me gone? All right.
I'm warning you now. Get.
All right. I'm get. Dude, I'm leaving. Didn't I leave? I left. There you go. Nah, I don't blame the guy. He wants to protect his farm. I mean, his ranch. Farm, ranch. He wants to protect it. What's the difference between a farm and a ranch? I don't know. I think it's kind of the same thing, honestly. I think the ranch is where you keep your cattle. Farm is where you grow stuff, you know. I guess there's a difference. I'm not much of a country boy. Alright, but I guess ranch is where you keep your cattle and farm is where you grow, you know, potatoes and, you know, tomatoes and salad and broccoli and other stuff. And corn, right? All right, as you can see, guys, runs pretty good, looks pretty good. There's your quality there, you know. All right. There you have it. Okay. There you have it. Make sure you guys go to boosteroid.com, www.boosteroid.com, and sign up and see it for yourself, guys. It's only $9.89. Okay, it's not the end of the day. I mean, the end of the day. It's not the end of days. It's not the end of time. It's not, you know, end of days, all right? The world's not going to end if you pay $9.89, man. Come on. Really, the world's not going to end if you pay $9.89. It's only $9.89. If you're not satisfied, if you're not happy, you can always cancel. Or if you have any questions, you can go to their chat support 24/7. They'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. I will leave down a link for you guys where to click and all that. Okay, so thank you for watching. As you can see, Red Dead Redemption 2, smooth as the butter, no issues, no problems. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't have the greatest internet, and I'm not too close to the data center. I'm in Miami, data center is in Jacksonville, so you see what you see. Okay, I'm not pulling any tricks here. What you see is what you see. Nothing gets edited here. I click record, and that's it. And when I'm finished, I click stop, and that's that. And they also have new games. They got Metal Gear Delta. They've got that new Dying Light the Beast. They have Chronos. They have Hell Is Us. They got Metal Gear Delta. They've got all these new games on top of everything else. So they got Call of Duty, all of the Call of Duties, man. If you love Call of Duty, man, they got Ready or Not, Undisputed. They got a lot of stuff. All right, guys. You see, what I like about the Boosteroid, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. You're getting quality games. You see, and this is what the Boosteroid told me, they're not so much focused on quantity. They're focused on quality. While GeForce Now, it's all about quantity. And half of those games you don't even care about. So, Boosteroid, it's focused on quality, not quantity. And I think that's why, in my opinion, they're so much better. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.